A major fire broke out on board a Singapore flagship after a container explosion off the Kerala coast on Monday. About 18 crew members were rescued while 4 are still missing. The search operation is underway. Of the 18 rescued so far, 6 were later admitted to the hospital. The doctors say that 2 of them are critically injured. The incident occurred at approximately 9:20 am near Kochi. The containers were being brought to Mangaluru port on the Navy ship, the INS Surat, for disembarkation and further necessary procedures. This vessel was en route from Colombo to Mumbai, and the Indian Navy, in a closely coordinated search and rescue operation with the Coast Guard, the DG Shipping and other stakeholders, has also said that they thank the Navy and the Coast Guard for the rescue. In fact, the Chinese spokesperson has also alluded to how this has been a mission that has ensured that the other people were rescued to safety.
We have received 6 patients. All of them are having a burns. 3 of them are Chinese nationals and 2 are from Burma and 1 is from Indonesia. Out of 6, 2 are critically injured. About 35 to 40% burns are there on the face and rest of the body. And mainly they have airway burns, that is respiratory burns, which is much more severe. They have a breathing problem. So we have to monitor closely over a period of few days and see how they do. Right now we are giving all the attention and critical care management, including wounds, and we are doing it.
We also have Uma joining us on the phone line. Uma, any update on those who are still said to be missing?
The 4 people who are missing have still not been found. The trouble is that today is day 2 of the mishap, and fire and explosions are continuing on the Singaporean cargo ship. And the fire, in fact, from the middle of the ship, it is moving towards the container bay ahead of the accommodation block, and the forward bay fire has been brought under control. The worry is that it could be approaching the fuel tank of the vessel, and therefore there is a risk of potential huge explosion. And therefore, in fact, because of the fire and the heat and the smoke, none of the rescue teams are able to actually go on board this vessel, which in fact the accident happened about 130 nautical miles off the Kerala coast. What we are talking about is about 78 nautical miles west of the Bepur Azhikkal post. The worry is also that this Wan Hai 503, which is a Singaporean vessel, is carrying about 157 containers of hazardous poisonous material, and we are told that there is not just TNT possibly, and also explosive material, and all of that is a worry. 240 tons of diesel is there. 32.2 tons of alcohol is said to be on board, and therefore, 1 is the explosion that is a worry, and 2 is the spillage that can happen. Like you mentioned, this is a second ship that is sinking off the Kerala coast just in the last 2 weeks, and even the last time we had about 640 containers that sank, out of which 13 were said to be hazardous, and 12 of them had calcium chloride on them. And this time again we are talking about 157 containers which are said to be carrying this hazardous toxic material, and therefore that's a big worry.